This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Topping our news at this hour, some encouraging news on what could have been a very stormy week on the Suncoast.
Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has more on Tropical Storm Brett and what we could be in store for this week. Bob.
That's right. We could have Cindy, and that hasn't happened very often where we've had two named storms in June developing, and in fact only a couple of times has that happened over the course of 100 years, indicating that yes, this is going to be an active hurricane season. It does appear. This is the first one. Brett, reconnaissance aircraft indicating winds are past the threshold of 39 miles an hour, making it a tropical storm. The second one of the year, the first one in season. Again, this is Brett. There are watches and warnings out for Trinidad and Tobago and also Grenada, and looks like that will continue to move off, race off toward the west-northwest at around 30 miles an hour. Now, we are anticipating the system to eventually get torn apart. Top winds are at 40. There's the movement. West-northwest at 30, and then top winds up to 40. So it's not going to gain much strength because it's so close to land. There's a lot of shear going on here. On top of that, some drier air filtering in, and by looks like Wednesday afternoon, it will be a tropical depression. So it's not going to be around long. And then after that, we'll have to watch the remnants of what it was, as it may have an effect on our weather down the road. Could bring us a little bit more rainfall next week. But for the time being, this is a system that could have been very dangerous for us, but now it appears less of a threat. Reason why is the low pressure area has emerged here and continues to move off to the west-northwest away from the west coast of Florida. We are still going to see some showers and storms, and don't get me wrong, we will get some heavy rainfall. However, it's not going to be the large training that you see out here in the Gulf of Mexico as the center of low pressure continues to move away from Florida. We'll see anywhere from probably an inch to up to 2 inches of rainfall. We have seen that over the past 2 weeks, and there's the forecast. You can see a lot of the models coming into agreement here, passing up through Louisiana and then through parts of the Tennessee Valley. We'll have more on the forecast for the rest of the week, and drier air coming in. Details and all that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. ABC7 wants to make sure you're fully prepared for hurricane season. We have a lot of information about shelters, evacuation routes, supply kits, and much more in our hour-long special, Surviving a Hurricane. It's available now on Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku.
The National Flood Insurance Program could soon see a massive overhaul.
A Senate bipartisan group is proposing changes to the program that could cap premium increases. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has more on how this could impact your wallet.
After days of rainy weather and two tropical systems moving towards land, flooding is now a major concern.
I have flood insurance because I'm only 3 houses up.
Paul White is among the many Floridians who live close to the water. And the National Flood Insurance Program wants to ensure people like White are protected from the rising water caused by a natural disaster.
The flooding issues that we have had have really turned into a national problem. 90% catastrophes around the country have included flood losses.
Insurance agent Florence Conlon says to make matters worse, previous changes to flood maps and insurance premium increases have left millions around the country unable to afford flood insurance. But there are several bipartisan proposals moving through the U.S. Senate aimed at preventing what some are calling a flood insurance crisis.
With the current program that was redone in 2014 with the Affordability Act, they did cap out the increases for flood insurance policies at 25% a year. With the new reforms that are being looked at, they're hoping to cap it off at 10% a year.
Also up for consideration is the offer of low-interest loans for home elevation work to lessen a flood impact. Government subsidies for those unable to pay flood insurance premium increases are also on the table.
Depending on the amount of premium that someone is paying, a 25% increase every year can be pretty substantial.
In addition, a 22% cap on commission paid to insurance companies has been proposed. All changes that homeowners like White welcome.
I wouldn't want the insurance companies to stop providing the insurance because they didn't get a reasonable amount of income from the insurance.
The renewal for the National Flood Insurance Program must be completed by September the 30th. That's why homeowners are asked to contact their insurance company to see what changes may impact them. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
But thank you. An update on concerns about a potential cyber attack on Florida voting systems. The chief operating officer of VR Systems in Florida says they were never hacked despite phishing attempts. The company provides voter registration software to elections offices, and he told election supervisors today the systems were never compromised. A leaked National Security Agency report suggested that hackers stole information from the company and then used the information to send phishing emails nationwide. The COO said his company was not involved.
The drought that was in Florida is gone. It's been replaced, of course, by our heavy dose of rain.
And with all that rain most likely causing an increase in the mosquito population here, mosquito control has been using a new spraying system in some areas, and that's a system that some residents are not so happy with. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo has the latest for us tonight. Dwayne?
Well, Scott and Haley, the folks over at Mosquito Control say they're trying to be leaders and innovators, changing public health and the industry, especially in areas like this one where mosquitoes breed. But some opposed to it say this new system is doing everything but that.
Mosquito season is in full effect across the state, and now Mosquito Control has green-lighted a project that they say will make it safer and more efficient to spray Sarasota County.
I've made it so that they have a controller inside the vehicle, and they pull it out of the back of the vehicle and are able to spray it from the backside of the truck.
Technician Norm Mosley came up with what he calls a better system, and his boss happens to agree.
The old system of driving not only in the incorrect lane but also spraying with a handheld spray gun out the window is not only, in my opinion, unsafe, it's a really outdated way of doing it when we have so many better options at our disposal.
But some Northport residents have doubts with this new system, saying it needs to go through more of a vetting process. One person opposed to it says trying to adjust a joystick and look at the road causes distracted driving. And with 2 technicians in each truck, there are also concerns that less ground will be covered and large areas will not be sprayed. Director of Sarasota Mosquito Management, Matt Smith, says the system has gone through the vetting process and will not lead to a decrease in service anywhere in the county. He also says the organization is taking steps to make the process more organized and efficient while serving the whole county. The plans include spraying larvicide and using planes as well, studying data, looking where mosquitoes are and aren't.
So we are literally always looking forwards, looking ahead, trying to change the game and change it for the better.
Now the director says this new system is here to stay. There's still extensive tests going on, but he anticipates a full standard operating procedure and many of these units to be completed by the end of the summer. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. A big traffic headache for drivers in Charlotte County is now over. The Tom Adams Bridge is back open. However, there will still be intermittent lane closures while crews renovate sidewalks. The bridge that connects Englewood to Manasota Key was closed all last week for construction on a $10 million project. Crews installed a new tender house, replaced all the electrical and mechanical equipment, and replaced the concrete approach slabs as well. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, helping the city of Northport set goals for the future, what you can do to get involved.
Plus, baseball players return to Ed Smith Stadium, and it's paying off for Sarasota County. What impact the Orioles are having on the area.
For the last 18 years, Samantha's Friends has been assisting people along the Suncoast who have been challenged by catastrophic illnesses or affected by autism obtain a service canine. We need your help. Please show your support by attending our annual Celebrity Gala brunch and fundraiser. Call Sammy Lee at 941-448-8558 for more information.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class. A new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Attention blood clot filter patients. Surgically implanted blood clot filters are potentially life-threatening. Some filters are prone to breaking, resulting in pieces of the filter moving through the body and causing internal bleeding. If you had surgery to implant a blood clot filter, you may be entitled to a cash award, even if you haven't suffered side effects yet. Call the Gold Shield Group now, 888-747-5291, to see if you qualify for a cash award, 888-747-5291.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better reader.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
The City of Northport is looking to better understand how people feel about living in the city. In a partnership with the National Research Center, the city has mailed out 2,000 invitations for people to fill out a survey. That survey focuses on community living, quality of life, safety, policies, and services. Those who did not receive a survey can opt in and fill one out online. The results will then be analyzed and help the city identify priorities, goals, and set budgets.
Florida anglers now have more time to catch red snapper in the Gulf of Mexico. The U.S. Department of Commerce has increased the federal season by 39 days for fish caught in federal Gulf waters. In turn, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission changed the state season to overlap with the federal season. The expanded dates include every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, now through Labor Day weekend, including July 3rd, 4th, and Labor Day. The new dates apply for recreational and commercial fishermen in state waters, but only recreational anglers in federal waters.
All right, Bob's up next with more on the tropics and our forecast for the rest of the week.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What's a nice Jewish girl to do when she can't introduce her WASP boyfriend to her conservative parents? Hire an actor. Hilarious and insightful, Bo Jest is at the Player Center June 14th through the 25th, and it's your ticket to a sizzling summer. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit theplayers.org. Don't miss Bo Jest.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
This Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix Minute is brought to you by Sarasota Ford.
The Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix was first organized in 1985. What began as an annual beach picnic for local children with special needs has expanded into an 11-day festival with the races televised to more than 100 countries. The entire festival is produced by Suncoast Charities for Children. The Grand Prix not only generates revenue for charity, but also a significant economic impact. Last year's event generated an economic impact of $37 million.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Well, today, some big storms are moving through this afternoon near Anna Maria Island. This one from Bimini Bay. You can see the review showing heavy rainfall moving in right around 2:30. That's when the winds gusted up to 45 miles an hour. Ed Goff out there with a weather station reporting those strong winds that blew on through really quick. And then things calmed down with some light rainfall throughout the remainder of the afternoon. And now we have some bigger storms developing in the interior part of our county. Here's what we have. The area of low pressure now has certainly developed. It was really a broad area of low pressure over the weekend, but now that low pressure appears to be right here, and it's going to be moving off toward the west-northwest. So Louisiana, Texas, it's kind of a combination of the GFS model and the European model, which was down in Mexico and Texas. They're kind of splitting the two, and this large area of rain that you see here could have been right on us if it was more in line with the GFS, which was right about here. That would all have been moving right over the top of us, so we're going to miss that 5 to 8 inches of rainfall that could have happened here as a result of that system moving. Now, as far as that, that's not a high there, but as far as the high pressure goes to the east of the state, that will continue to kind of block anything from getting into our picture anytime soon. So that low is not going to do an about face and head back in our direction at all. We will continue to see those showers and storms, most of it staying offshore, like this cell right there, just going to skirt along the coast, may catch Anna Maria. This one now moving through Arcadia, bringing some heavy rainfall there, heading toward Wauchula. Not much going on around the immediate coast right now, but we can still see some little feeder bands, if you will, or lines of showers and storms moving on through during the late evening and during the morning tomorrow. Rainfall amounts not all that impressive, up to an inch near Osprey and near Venice, and Northport up to 1/4 of an inch there. As I alluded to, though, this storm system could become Cindy within the next 12 hours, and if it were to do so, it would be 2 storms in the month of June at the same time, something that doesn't happen very often, only about a handful of times in the last 100 years. Well, the satellite showing the forecast track and path of the forecast models, with a majority of them taken into East Texas or more than likely Louisiana, and then bringing some heavy rainfall throughout the Tennessee Valley all the way over into the Mid-Atlantic coast states. Now for us, we have high clouds around and 79 degrees. The dew point temperature now at 74. We have east winds at 14. The pressure 2997, falling ever so slightly. The high today a little bit below average because of the increased cloud cover. It will be warm. It will be muggy overnight. We had 0.3 of an inch of rainfall at the Sarasota Braden Airport. A monthly total now, look at that, nearing 10 inches of rain, and we're nearly a ½ inch above average for the year. Around the area, temperatures in the low 80s from Whitney Beach. It's 82. The same now in Bradenton. 81 in Rosedale, and Laurel Oak at 80. The same out Siesta Key. Temperatures fairly uniform due to the cloud cover around, maybe a little cooler in places like Arcadia and near Wauchula. Well, the hourly forecast for Tuesday, we'll see periods of showers and a few thunderstorms throughout the day. The rain chances staying fairly high, and it's not going to be an all-day rain, but there will be some heavy rain across the region in parts throughout the morning and early afternoon. Temperatures cooler over the Great Lakes. You can see that in 60s, and it looks like Cleveland at 66, 67 in Toledo, 68 in Chicago, Detroit at 69 degrees, but much warmer and hotter out in the desert Southwest now, 116 in Phoenix and temperature 78 in Boston. You can see that cold front slicing through the Ohio Valley right now, cooling things down throughout Ohio, northern Indiana, and throughout Michigan. For us, it's clouds and showers and storms and rip currents for area beaches, so keep that in mind. We'll have a pretty good surf, and a lot of surfers will be out there looking for the big waves. Be careful, there will be rip currents. Seas running 4 to 6 feet. Choppy conditions out there in the waters for boaters tomorrow. And the water temperature now at 85 degrees. UV index will be a 6. Tides upcoming. High tides will run a little higher too, more so north of Tampa, but we'll see tides running a little bit higher. Should not be a big concern. 8:28 for a sunset. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers. A few isolated thunderstorms possible overnight. 88 and some clouds tomorrow once again. It will be breezy. You'll see the winds picking up east to southeast at 10 to 20 miles an hour. The extended forecast. On Wednesday, this thing kind of gets out of our area. We'll see afternoon showers and storms for sure. And that, look at the dry air move in on Friday, 20% only, 30% on Saturday. A pretty good weekend ahead with high temperatures heating up to near 90 degrees. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. 240 baseball teams will be on the Suncoast this week for one of the largest amateur baseball tournaments in the state.
It's called the Wilson Premier Championship. It is a 3-week tourney. It's hosted by the Orioles for players between the ages of 15 and 17, some of the top high school players in the country. The games are played at the Buck O'Neill Baseball Complex at Twin Lakes Park and the main field and 3 practice fields at Ed Smith Stadium. Baseball tournaments, camps, and clinics hosted by the Orioles attract more than 25,000 participants and spectators to the county each year. A recent analysis also showed the Orioles generate approximately $89 million in annual economic impact.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, did you know those are Florida cracker cows? Come with us, we'll take you to the Crawley Museum and Nature Center.
This week, all eyes on a key special election, what that race may reveal about the state of play in American politics, as Robert Mueller expands the Russia probe and President Trump insists he's the target of a witch hunt. This is where America turns. World News Tonight with David Muir.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Feld Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Dolly Jacobs joins us to talk about the circus performing at the Smithsonian, plus getting your guy to the doctor and J-Pan in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
If you sometimes look around at all the construction going on right now, the high-rises, condos, roundabouts, maybe you wish you could go back to the good old days of the Suncoast. Well, you can.
You can visit the Crowley Museum and Nature Center, and modern life seems to disappear. ABC7's Linda Carson has more.
At the Crawley Museum and Nature Center, you step back in time to the days of the early settlers.
This is one of Florida's last jewels. This is a very well-kept secret. You'll actually see many different types of habitats that are very hard to find or experience in Florida.
We have 191 beautiful acres here, and there are very few wild places like this. So when they come out here, they really get some old Florida.
The Crawley is like a giant classroom.
We specialize in teaching both children and adults about Florida pioneer history, agriculture, sustainable living, and many other things.
You first arrive at the Welcome Center.
We have local honey behind you. We have local syrup behind you. We also have some survival items for camping out here when we have our camping programs. We also have local artisans who have handmade crafts.
The museum takes you back to the days of the cowboy who was called a Florida cracker.
The original term was cow hunters, and they did not use ropes, they used whips, which is why we have the Florida cracker, because of the cracking of the cow hunters' whips.
Those cow hunters rounded up cows, drove them to a port, and shipped them to Cuba,
where they were sold for Spanish gold. Some of the early cracker families had chests of gold in a back room someplace in their house from cattle they sold.
This is the Tatum House.
Welcome to Growly Museum and make the dinner.
It was built in 1889 by Harvey Tatum for his wife Laura, with the help of 2 of her 5 children, because she was widowed before she married him.
They had 8 more children, 13 in all.
It was a farm. They raised their food, they raised their animals, they raised their vegetables. There's a big, huge loom thing in the bedroom in there. They wove some of their clothing.
This is now a popular spot for weddings, nature and wildlife programs, and much more. This is Sarah Lee. She is a Florida cracker cow. She is a direct descendant of the cows that were here when the settlers arrived. They're bred here to keep their line alive. The Crowley Nature Center and Museum, a great place to call home. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
It definitely is a step back in time.
It's a great place.
Wow.
I've been out there many times with some auctioneering, doing some functions out there, and used to have a starry night where they used to bring out a lot of amateur stargazers. It was a great night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
That's
fun.
very cool.
David Muir is next with World News Tonight.